Welcome to the Not So Random Ass Wrestling Podcast. Fuck, that is a mouthful.
See why I fucked it up the last week?
Oh yeah.
So
you can see why I'm stuck on wrestling duty. I am the random wrestling asshole Steele-Rhoads, and this is my co-host. Dr. Vampiro Hardcastle. My bad.
Steel Man Christopher Steele.
My brain's not on today.
I just said it a little bit ago. Really haven't paid much attention. WWE's in it, not a rut, more of a funk.
They're in a slump. A funk is it makes funk sound bad, and I like the music and the family, so. And Flash.
So
Flash funk, anybody? No?
Right. So we can discuss a little bit. Tonight should be decent.
Yeah, I mean, there's
we got. By the time this is posted, it'll be already over. Money in the Bank. The only reason is I'm not posting it right away is because it ties up my connection.
Right.
So that's the biggest reason. I'm looking forward to the first ever women's Money in the Bank match.
Yeah,
I'm gonna guess Becky or Charlotte.
I'll go with. It's really hard. I'm thinking Carmella though.
I was actually thinking,
just because she's got Ellsworth.
Natalya.
Natty would be a good one.
Just as something different, because Natalya has been there for quite some time and hasn't really gotten the recognition she really does deserve.
Right.
She's a better performer than any of these
other ones
that.
Becky. I was gonna say Becky Lynch is. Her and Becky Lynch are the best.
Right.
Charlotte rides on her dad's name and a couple of fucking fancy tricks.
Exactly.
Tamina hasn't earned it. Carmella.
I was thinking Tamina. I could see Tamina. Hold on a minute. Sorry.
And we're back. We had a siren go through. What a great time. 2 sirens, as a matter of fact.
I was thinking Tamina as well. In the same vein as Sami Zayn. The wild horse that you wouldn't expect.
Right.
Because come on, look at CM
Logically
Punk.
speaking, though, she should just be able to walk right in and just start whipping around
look
like
at
China.
CM Punk. Winning back-to-back years. And he was basically a wild horse.
Yeah.
Up to the point of him winning that, he didn't do nothing.
At all. Period.
And even second time.
Even his world title run wasn't shit.
His first title run was just a placeholder.
Yeah. He'll even admit that.
He's upset. He was upset by that. He wasn't even looked at as a main eventer as being the champion.
Yeah, they left him in the mid card. They do that a lot though. They'll take Jinder Mahal.
Jinder Mahal is a mid carder at best.
I wouldn't say at best. He's definitely improved since he first showed up.
Right, but still,
he's getting the Roman Reigns treatment. I think they're doing it on purpose because they're expecting nuclear heat, and people are like, I actually don't mind it. Right. There's a lot of people that are like, this is actually different, and this stands a chance of being quite entertaining. Let's see how this goes.
But they haven't been doing crap.
No, they're doing Hogan Slaughter all over again. The Canadian Defector, man.
And yes, Jinder is Canadian. He is not Indian. He's not an Indian. Punjabi.
Yeah. He's freaking Canadian.
Was Khali really?
Yes.
I could buy that because looking at him.
Well, Jinder is Indian. He's Indian Canadian. He's
right.
He's a Canadian Indian, or whatever. I don't Canadian.
Nova Scotian, probably.
Right, probably.
The Rock's dad.
Yeah.
Black Nova Scotian.
Black Nova Scotian.
So, last week we were discussing bad gimmicks. Or some of the worst gimmicks. I mentioned Glacier. And I seen a video past week, on Glacier. He is still wrestling as Glacier.
Why? It didn't get over. Is Fred Atmos still wrestling as Shockmaster?
No.
I gotta see this. What?
Yeah, he's in his 50s or 60s or something. Still trying to make it the wrestling work.
He didn't wrestle, he did shit and then got, like, I don't know, what? What? Why?
Yeah.
Yeah, holy crap. Holy fucking crap.
Yeah. I think it was Ric Flair that said, "What, isn't he dead?"
Right.
Glacier, isn't he dead?
What the hell? He's teaming with Al Snow and DLo Brown? That doesn't even make sense. He's an actor too?
He's playing.
Oh wait, no, wait. He's trying.
He's gonna play Sub-Zero in the next Mortal Kombat video.
Right. He unsuccessfully auditioned for Walker, Texas Ranger. How bad do you have to be of an actor for Chuck Norris to go, no, that kick does no? Well,
maybe his martial arts was actually better than Chuck Norris's.
He was in in a season finale of Burn Notice.
Which I didn't watch.
I did because it's got Bruce Campbell in it. So
I know. I always thought about watching it.
It's a good show.
I watched the Bruce Campbell
spinoff
movie.
Nice, yeah.
Sam.
Yeah, the Sam Chronicles or whatever the hell they called it. But he's
that happened right before Burn Notice.
He played the German flight engineer on the Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular show until 2004. They consider that an acting career. I consider that wrestling not quite working out. The last thing they have on here of him wrestling was from 2009, teaming with Al Snow and DLo Brown, and they lost. Come on, Glacier. Get your shit together, buddy. It says till present. Yeah, he's just not done anything notable since then, I guess.
He's in the low leagues. Like
people were like, Glacier's still wrestling? Holy shit.
He actually has a good fan following.
Really?
For as the, what do you want to call them, low league, like I said, low leagues, indies.
Yeah, the indies.
The low indies. The territorial indies.
Not even the territorial indies, like the county territorial indies.
Like the gymnasium.
Right.
You go to your local high school, there's going to be a wrestling mat.
Right.
Pro wrestling. That's where he's
Go to that abandoned parking lot, the cocaine shit's all being sold at. Right there's going to be a wrestling match happening somewhere in there, and you might see
You'll see a flyer coming to the Defiance High School Gymnasium. Pro wrestling.
I've always wanted to check one of those out. I just can't bring myself to do it. I know. Prick, dude. I know I'd end up in a fucking fist fight by the end of the night with one of the wrestlers because I'm just like, you suck! Your form is terrible!
Or you
tuck your head!
Why the hell is DLo Brown
right
in
DLo, why are you teaming with Glacier? That shit don't even make sense! Yeah, you both defunct wrestling. I mean, he wasn't even in WWE. You were never in WCW. Did you go to TNA, Glacier? I don't remember you in TNA. Russo couldn't get you. Dude, it's not over. I'm not saying that telling you to continue. I'm saying the character is not over. Please quit.
But apparently it is for the...
Well, yeah, indies. People that like, it's Sub-Zero. Oh, I mean Glacier.
It is for the indies, for some reason.
It's a shame they never got around to the Scorpion character. But how the hell would they pull that off?
Stay over there!
Right?
Oh, that is a joke. If you
Your mama's so ugly, Scorpion didn't say get over here.
If your mom was so ugly, if she was in Mortal Kombat, Scorpion would say stay over there.
Did we do that one already, or was that in a personal private conversation?
Private.
The
off-camera conversation.
My preference of get over here as opposed to come here. What the hell?
Oh.
When did they do that? I don't know. I'm
pretty sure
3 or 2.
That was just private, but maybe after 3. Because I thought he still said get over here in 3.
I know he still says them both. Like he'll say them both. They alternate. It's like don't make them alternate. Get over here is get over here.
Oh, I always remember. I don't remember come here. So I think it's later.
Probably. I know it's definitely in the 3D. It's in the 3D Deadly Alliance or whatever that I was playing.
I never played that one.
It's a shit game. I wouldn't recommend it. Mortal Kombat blows.
The 9th one wasn't bad.
Is it Armageddon? Was that the one that had everybody?
9 was the one that had everybody.
And they're playable too. Like you could play as Goro, you could play as Matara, you could play as Shao Kahn, you could play as Shang Tsung, you could.
I was talking about actually mistaking when we're on Random Ass with Injustice because it had Kratos.
Oh, it was Mortal Kombat. That's right.
This is
why I want to watch both shows, because we will drag conversation over.
It was the 9th one. It doesn't say 9. Just
Mortal Kombat. It's the reboot.
It's 9 because 10 was the next one,
which was X, right?
Yes. It's 10. It's Roman numeral 10, but they want to say it's X. It's 10.
X is X. I mean, that's what they would say. The Roman numeral is X
But they're like, oh, we're going to
How many wheels on a big rig? I, V, V, VI, VII, VII.
No, we did the
IX, XI,
right.
XI, yeah.
But anyways, they said, we're not calling it 10. It's called Mortal Kombat X. No, it's Mortal Kombat 10.
I mean, it is. It's the 10th one you're using the Roman numeral, like, ha 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 ha, but I see your point, but I see their point too.
I do, but
now to anybody that gets there's points that we give out, and don't worry, they don't matter. But if you get that reference to the how many wheels on a big rig, kudos, 1,000 points.
Points. Whose line is it anyways?
Yes, our points are very much like whose line points. They do not matter, like your opinion.
Your opinion means nothing.
Much like your orgasm.
So before we started this up, we were talking about Wrestle Nation. Is that the name of the group?
Yeah, the Wrestle Nation forum. Hi guys.
You guys watching it? Thank you. So, thanks for. Please subscribe.
Please subscribe. Tell your friends. Pimp it out. Hit like. Give some laughs.
We're discussing it a little bit. There was a post about the Hardy Boys.
Right.
And I'm like, that doesn't seem right. New Age Outlaws.
Right. It's.
And you look it up.
And both are technically true. The Hardys were the first to win them in each decade, though the first 3-decade tag team champions in WWE are the New Age Outlaws.
Yes.
First run in the 90s was 97.
I'm like, I'm sure the New Age Outlaws held it in all 3.
They won them in November of 99 and held them to February of 2000, so that takes into 2000s, and then they came back in 2014 to win them again, making them the first 3-decade champions, which is pretty sick. I mean, that is pretty cool. Now they need to come back one more time. They need to get shit worked out with Billy Gunn.
And after you put it on, put that comment, you said there was radio silence.
Yes. I noticed that everybody's just like about the Hardy Boys.
Wait. Okay. We'll look into it. Oh, crap. They're right.
It's true. I didn't even get a confirmation you're right thing. The freaking thread just stopped.
Oh, crap. We can't argue this because we're not.
He's not even trying to troll us right now. He's just right. Oh, crap. But that's been my thing for like the last 2 weeks. I am the thread killer. Like, I can bring any thread to a screeching halt.
Like I said, I'm the one that
pointed it out. Questioned
it.
You were like, shouldn't the Outlaws be the first ones up on that? And I'm like, hold on. Let me go look at some records here.
I'm like, I'm sure the Outlaws did it.
The Outlaws did it first. Definitely did it first. Yeah, they definitely did it first. Like, Road Warriors could definitely be a maybe. I don't think, though.
Wow.
Because they didn't hold it. They weren't. They called themselves LOD 2000, but that was in like 98, 99. But
because Hawk,
yeah,
passed away before 2000.
No,
I thought he did.
No,
I thought he was gone. He was gone before it.
Hold on. Really? You're gonna make me spell this out? Yeah.
When did he pass away then?
I thought it was in like 2001. 2003.
He was too sick though, right?
He was going through rehab coming off of alcohol and pills.
Because even though they were LOD 2000, like you said, it was before 2000. Well before 2000.
Well before.
Because Sonny was their manager.
They're only 2-time tag team champions in WWE.
And by the time LOD ended, it wasn't Hawk and Animal, it was Animal and
Puke. It's a shame I still know all that.
Right.
Controversy. Puke. Boink.
Draws.
Yep. Paralyzed in 99.
He was paralyzed in 99.
Yep.
So, see...
all that stuff happened before 2000.
They were done before 2000.
Yeah.
I know they didn't start until...
if there's
early mid-80s?
If there's one thing I could do, I know it sounds sick. I don't care if it sounds sick. There are tapes in the WWE library that will never see the light of day, for whatever reasons, like
music,
the Owen Hart fall,
right?
Draws' paralyzation, things of that nature.
Would they have the who? It'd be WCW Archive, that cage match or whatever, where you got messed up, being thrown off the...
Oh, when Canyon got pitched off of there?
Yes.
Yeah, I actually just found that video. I legitimately found it again. It was Mike Awesome. I always think he awesome bombs him off. He doesn't. He just grabs him by the freaking seat of his pants and his hair, just pitches him off just as the cameras are, or just as like the little chyron saying... that the show is over. Shows up. I've been looking up way too much Ric Flair, dude. I've been looking up rap songs that he used in the Ric Flair woo, and I don't know why.
So, yeah, this week's is more about wrestling history.
Yeah, our fascination with the business at this point,
and the thing is, I try to tell people this is not always going to be current events.
No.
This is just
actual
wrestling.
When we talk random ass, they're not so random ass. We like to keep it.
We want to keep. We try to keep some current events in it, and I don't know. We'll probably be doing an armchair next week.
Yeah, hopefully. I get my head out of my ass and do some
because we want to
booking.
Because July's just around the corner.
Yep.
And with that, we want to go into
the duel.
I already got some story.
And I've got some action worked out for that. I mean, right now we're just kind of treading water up to that point. It's
I do understand where WWE is faltering right now. It
we're two totally different. Like, if I was working with WWE right now, there's a million different things I'd be doing, pushing towards bigger.
Right.
Trying to push them to being bigger.
And I get that too. But like I said, I do understand a little bit. It is hard to write so much story.
It is. It really is. That's why.
So I do get that, but a little bit.
I understand it. I don't condone it.
Right.
You get other people in there.
But you do have so much to work with.
Yeah, there's so many unused people. Like, they could be making something right now out of the fact that Heath Slater was able to restrain Brock Lesnar. Like, that's a meme that's floating around, is like, Heath Slater's doing the lion's share of holding Brock back in the scuffle that happened on Monday. Like, I haven't seen the scuffle, but I've seen the pictures, and he's doing the lion's share of holding Brock's ass back. So it's like, that would right there would make a great story, and I know Brock would be in for it, to put Heath Slater over in a fluke, just a complete accident victory, right. Wins the Universal title.
And you know what? That would be Heath Slater right there anyway.
Right. It would be perfect.
It fit his character anyway.
It would.
His character has always been one of those
accidental stumble ass backwards into shit.
I need a job. I need this job. I got kids.
Exactly. New T-shirt. I need this belt. I got kids. I just got a bigger house.
I just bought a new trailer.
Right. I just added on, man. I made it a double wide. Woo, baby. Woo, double wide. And another above ground pool. We got 2 pools.
Had to put the second one in just for Rhino.
And make Rhino his muscle, you know?
Right. It would make sense anyways, because Rhino is the muscle.
Right. And Rhino would be like, dude, we're going to ride this son of a... We're gonna ride this. Like, I've been world champion before. It's freaking awesome. We got to hold on to this.
Not in WWE.
No. Which is a shame, because Rhino really has potential to be...
Right.
That guy has... when he was the rookie monster in ECW, dude, if they would have just...
What took him so long to get boost up from NXT?
You mean this last time?
Yeah.
He was there training the guys. He
wanted to go for the NXT championship.
No, he wanted to put...
wanted.
Throw up the quotes. He wanted to put guys over in NXT to show them...
Didn't he go after Samoa Joe?
Yeah. Got his ass beat by Samoa Joe. But that was more of a, I want to wrestle Samoa Joe because it's Samoa Joe, man. You know that's what that was. Right. So Joe's going to be there? Could I wrestle Joe? Please? Hunter, please?
Oh, that could renew a rivalry.
I know.
Joe winning.
Dude, Joe wins. Slater's like, you should have seen me. I was out there restraining. Dude, and I could beat you. You're nothing.
Joe loses.
Joe loses. Right. Joe loses and Brock gets beat by Heath Slater, which pisses off Samoa Joe even more, who proceeds to beat Heath Slater.
And then Rhino.
Rhino comes in and beats... Like in the long,
there's so much you can do.
Right, and you could span that over 6 months. Slow burn that whole thing. Like, right. It's already started. No one's made mention of it. Just Monday night, have Heath Slater come out first thing. No one would expect Heath Slater to be the first thing out on a Monday Night Raw.
Right.
He comes out. Did you see this? I want to show everybody, and just like goes off about how awesome he is that he was able to restrain. Yeah, I was restraining Brock Lesnar. I was doing the lion shit at man for my kids.
I'm the one-man band!
Like, yeah, just play it up.
I don't know about you. I like the one-man band.
Yes.
Just one man!
You notice the theme song, though? It says just one man, but when it gets to the hook, they're a 3-man band! Like, they didn't even bother changing the freaking chorus. They're like, it's Heath Slater. No one will even notice. Oddly enough, I checked. I was playing 2K14. I'm like, hey, Heath Slater. Click, click, click. Hey, you sons of bitches. You cheaped out on Heath Slater. No wonder. But yeah, it was... Yeah, there's... It was easy to come up with something that you could slow burn for a 6-month period.
There's so much
to give. Brock doesn't want to wrestle all the time, but you can keep him involved in the storylines and not keep a stupid fucking title on him that no one's gonna see.
Right. And like I told you before, I read that they're playing Jinder Mahal, John Cena at SummerSlam.
Nice.
And John Cena winning
I can see that.
the title. And he said he's supposed to be a free agent.
Yeah. Maybe that's gonna saddle him back to SmackDown because it's SmackDown's title. Or maybe he'll take the title Raw and then...
Or he'll stay free agent and between both.
Shows.
That way...
Both shows have a champion.
Brock ain't ever there.
Ever.
And Brock's going to beat Samoa Joe. What's going to happen is probably Roman wins the Royal Rumble. And he goes after Lesnar for WrestleMania.
Sounds right to me. That would be a smooth transition. I honestly think they should just abandon ship, though, with this whole roster split.
Yeah.
It's not working.
It ain't.
Keep SmackDown live, though. I have no problems with SmackDown being a live show.
No, I don't. That's not the problem. It's...
There it is. A 5-second video. Sweet Christ.
The problem runs into you don't have enough superstars
right
to pull this off,
and that's a bunch of crap. You know how many people they're sitting on? The Bo Dallases.
Right. I'm saying superstar main eventers. I should say.
Dude, if that's something that pisses me off about WWE and wrestling in general.
Right.
Anybody can be a main eventer if you're just fucking booked properly and then, oh, well, we got nothing for you. Give them something. Give them anything. Hand them a mic and fucking tell them to CM Punk it for fucking 7 minutes.
Right. I agree with you there.
They don't allow.
Wait.
It's not that they...
Right. And that's the only reason I like Jinder winning the title. Is he's not supposed to be a champion.
Right. But we know why he won the championship. Because
they're starting.
Because Vince McMahon likes big sweaty men.
Because of
the India branch.
Branch. And they're playing him as being from India.
Right.
Try to sell more shit. That's all it is.
Yep. That's all that is.
But I do like the fact that he won, being that he's actually WWE's low card.
Right. I don't like the fact that he won the way he won. I think he should have...
Straight out won?
Yeah, because he's a friggin' monster. Look at him for shit's sake. And he's agile as crap.
Like, he's retaining, and he's going to retain by nefarious means.
Yep. Bollywood boys come in.
Or gets disqualified.
Yeah.
Championship advantage. And if you watch Armchair Bookers,
we do not believe
Steele-Rhoads Wrestling does not have that championship advantage.
Does not have the championship advantage at all. Unless otherwise noted.
And I have no
intentions of ever doing that unless I can figure a couple storylines where
it'd be noted that it'd be a no disqualification match or something.
Never by count out. Count out is never waited for a title to stay on a person. It's just a crap coward move. If you run away, you're abandoning everything.
Right.
But see, like, where disqualifications don't change hands would be like, say, my champion's been having a run-in with Eddie Guerrero, and Eddie Guerrero keeps putting a DQ on him by doing the old classic bang routine. Right. And intends to do that to win the championship, or wins the championship doing it, and then goes, no disqualifications are going to transfer the title on this one. Because, the person's going to want to try and do it back, so... And, of course, Eddie's a cheater like nobody's fucking business.
Well, he lies, he cheats, he steals.
Right on.
Or he lied, he's cheated,
and he stole. In real life, but in Steele-Rhoads Wrestling, where everyone is 29 and unless they died before they're 29, then they're at their
or DDP.
DDP's 35. Actually, about 42 is when he hit his stride.
Right.
Everybody's in their prime. I say 29 because that's like superhero prime.
Which is wrong, anyways.
It is.
35 is.
Yeah, 35 is more. 29's when the freaking Batman's got the noose around his neck going, I can't take it. Okay, totally off subject. Great way to end the show. Bad joke of the night. And then we can go into picks or something. Batman and Joker standing face to face. Joker goes, hey, Batman, how many billionaires does it take to make a superhero? How many? 3. 2 to die and 1 to never get over it.
Alright, so what do you want to do for...
Let's see.
How about this?
Yeah,
I got an idea. We did shitty characters.
Yeah.
How about shitty characters that actually work?
Right. Okay. Well,
I'll start with Disco Inferno.
Right. That's, yeah. We were talking about him earlier, and it seems to be working, I guess. Glacier. I looked him up.
He's trying to make it work, anyway.
Right. Works enough that he's actually still working under the name Glacier, so...
Right. Honky Tonk Man.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
For you younger ones, watch
some old WWE...
Watch, like,
WrestleMania...
WrestleMania 4?
Yeah.
No. The shows between WrestleMania 4 and... No. You watched that at 4, didn't you?
Yeah, it'd be between 3
No.
and 4.
You watched it at, like, SummerSlam or something.
He lost it at 5 because that's when he won. When Warrior won the Intercontinental title, held it for a year, and then fought Hogan for the world title at 6. So it'd been at 5 that he lost it.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, because WrestleMania 5 is when DDP drove Honky Tonk's happy ass down in the pink Cadillac. There we go. Yeah, got that all straightened out. Woo. If we're wrong, let us know in the comments. That's the point of the comment section.
Just leave a comment.
Yeah.
We could be wrong about a lot of things.
A lot. Tons. Keep the conversation.
We might have been Mandela affected.
Right. Okay, so I picked Glacier, you picked Honky Tonk Man, and... Disco. So my second will be Al Snow. That was just a terrible, terrible gimmick coming from a terrible place. It just didn't... It worked, but how? I have no idea.
Alright. This one, people are going to probably disagree with me. But it was actually a shitty character that worked. Mankind.
Oh, totally shit character. That was garbage when it first started.
That had no right to work.
None. Especially when they just started kind of like melting his real life into it because he had such a happy childhood. It made no sense for him to be like, other than he enjoys pain, which he doesn't enjoy pain. He just enjoys a paycheck and willing to do anything to get it.
And I guess like we said, if you disagree, go ahead comment.
Right.
But it really, I think he says that it was a crap character. He just made it work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually older school, so if you want to go, if you have something more modern,
right?
John Cena.
Actually, I'm going to go in that pretty much that right.
Thugonomics.
Oh god, dude, that's I wish he would go back to that. It shouldn't have worked. The white rapper thing just shouldn't have worked, but it did because he was so friggin' good at it. Yeah, I'll go with John Cena's Thugonomics gimmick because that really worked for something that should not have worked. It like
the Eminem wannabe.
Oh, dude.
Which he got started with the Vanilla Ice Halloween outfit.
Right.
And he could actually
I can go even more modern. A gimmick that just should not have went over, but did. Eugene. Like that, it was the worst ever. I feel bad for Nick Dinsmore for having to play that friggin' character, and he still does.
He made it work.
He does. He did. It's over.
Like I said, the three I mentioned, they made it. Disco Inferno.
Oh, Such a bad gimmick.
A horrible gimmick.
Oh, dude, his tag team partner didn't get any better, though. Alex Wright, the Wonderkin, that was shit. And he didn't get any better with Berlin, either. Yes, I remember Berlin.
But he made it Disco Inferno work. And you're like, oh, cool, it's Disco Inferno.
Right?
This guy sucks, but he makes it work.
He makes it work.
I actually enjoyed watching him. He made it work.
But the thing that made it work, though, is he's a good wrestler.
Right.
He's got the skills to
back up
the shitty character. Yeah, he could go out like, doing whatever.
A honky tonk man.
Right. Again,
a shitty
character. Amazing wrestler.
A shitty.
He had the
Elvis
fundamentals of wrestling to get it over.
Get over.
Oh man, there were so many shitty gimmicks, dude. I'm going like fucking Jerry the King Lawler. That should have never worked.
You know why that worked?
Because of Memphis.
Well, you know why that really worked?
Because of Memphis.
Adam Kaufman.
The Andy Kaufman thing, yeah.
Andy Kaufman, yeah. Andy Kaufman is the reason why Lawler worked.
Right. Well, the thing is that he was huge in his in the Memphis territory before that. That's what actually kind of put wrestling on the mainstream. It helped put it on the mainstream. People like to go Hogan. Fucking Kaufman and Lawler.
Kaufman was actually a genius.
They both were. Kaufman and Lawler were fucking brilliant. And Lawler still, I don't know to this day if that was a work or a shoot. I know that fucking slap on Letterman sure as hell felt like a shoot. You could feel that through the fucking screen, dude.
It would work.
I was guessing it would probably be a work because Kaufman wouldn't go into something with someone that much bigger than him without going.
No, they discussed it ahead of time. It was all work.
That's good. That's good to know. Because in certain interviews, hell, any interview I've ever seen with Lawler, he's like, I slap the piss out of him right now if he's still alive.
They were friends.
That makes sense.
It was a work.
Lawler likes everybody.
Kaufman is still alive.
Right? Yeah, you got a point there.
Or at least I've seen. It was the end of Man in the Moon.
Yeah.
It says they say
Tony Clifton.
He actually might still be alive.
Yeah, using the name Tony Clifton.
This is running long, a lot longer than I thought it would.
Right.
So
it happens.
We did our picks. Until next time.
Until next time, forever and always. Keep it random, man.
Ring the bell.